The International Space Station, or ISS, stands as the largest man-made structure in the universe. A culmination of 2 decades of meticulous planning, relentless work, and unwavering dedication, the ISS symbolizes humanity's limitless passion for space exploration and a testament to international unity and cooperation. Back in 1984, President Ronald Reagan announced the commencement of the first U.S. orbital station. NASA's initial plan was to launch modules of this station, initially dubbed as the Freedom Space Station, into orbit, drawing inspiration from the Soviet Union's Salyut stations. However, post the dissolution of the Soviet Union, the plan was shelved. Undeterred, U.S. space authorities promptly engaged in negotiations with international collaborators from Europe, Russia, Japan, and Canada, laying the groundwork for an international space station. The project, first declared in the early 90s, was christened Space Station Alpha. The 5 major space agencies, NASA, Roscosmos of Russia, JAXA of Japan, CSA of Canada, and ESA of Europe, signed the Intergovernmental Space Station Agreement, giving the green light for the ISS project. A budget of over $100 billion was sanctioned, and responsibilities were assigned to each participating nation. The ISS, thus, became the most expensive human-made structure in history. The dawn of the ISS era began in November 1998 with the launch of the first ISS module, Zarya, by a Russian Proton rocket. Zarya was outfitted with 2 solar panels to help maintain a safe distance from Earth and prevent any potential collision. In its wake, the U.S. Space Shuttle Endeavour transported the Zvezda module, creating the foundation for further module connections. By June 2000, the Russian module Zvezda was included, offering communication and accommodation facilities for a small crew of 3 people, enabling long-term stays on the ISS. The Soyuz TM-31 crew, arriving on November 2, 2000, marked the beginning of continuous human presence in space. The ISS has since been home to over 200 astronauts and scientists of various nationalities. In 2001, Destiny, the first of 4 research modules, was launched, ushering a new era of space exploration and research. Astronauts spent roughly 36 hours conducting experiments on gravity and fire dynamics, operating a Canadian robotic arm capable of moving over 100,000 kilograms. However, it's not been all smooth sailing. The Space Shuttle Columbia disaster resulted in the loss of all 7 crew members, leading to a 2.5-year-long suspension of the U.S. Space Shuttle program. During this period, Russia's Soyuz spacecraft undertook all manned flights to the ISS. Despite the setbacks and challenges, the ISS continues to be an embodiment of human audacity, resilience, and the irrepressible desire to reach for the stars. After a 4-year pause, we raced forward, launching new missions to make up for lost time. The aim? To supply research centers, solar panels, and an observation dome for 360-degree views, alongside other crucial components such as tanks, brackets, and cooling systems. A decade passed and over 30 missions were undertaken before the International Space Station stood complete, a testament to the power of international cooperation. The ISS serves as a unique platform for carrying out experiments that require specific conditions. The main areas of research are wide-ranging, from biology, biotechnology, fluid physics, material science, quantum mechanics, to cosmology and meteorology. Since 2007, we've conducted additional small-scale experiments such as studying the long-term effects of weightlessness on humans. With 4 research modules in place, we expect a surge in high-quality scientific experiments and breakthrough results. Welcome, dear viewers of the Famous People channel. If you're a book enthusiast short on time, we introduce you to the Condensed Books app by Energy Studio. This app gives you compact versions of thousands of books, distilling the most vital ideas to save your time, while still allowing you to comprehend the full content of the book. You can get the app at condensedbooks.com. Let's delve into the lives of astronauts on the ISS during a typical 6-month mission. Upon entering zero gravity, some astronauts experience dizziness and nausea, symptoms that typically subside after a few days. To keep their bones and muscles healthy, the crew must exercise for 2 hours each day. Their days are filled with conducting science experiments, cleaning, checking equipment, and performing maintenance or repairs. Occasionally, astronauts step out of the station for a spacewalk to perform external maintenance crucial for the smooth operation of the ISS. Life on the ISS isn't all work though. In the weightlessness of space, astronauts can sleep in any direction, usually preferring to tether themselves to a stationary object to prevent aimless drifting. They curl up in sleeping bags placed in small compartments that are just the right size for an individual. The life of an astronaut? Fascinating, isn't it? When it comes to dining in zero gravity, the prospect of cooking is off the table. Astronauts have to rely on pre-packaged meals throughout their cosmic journey. In the early days, they were restricted to nutritious pellet forms of food. However, now they have an array of choices from fruits to almonds, from chicken to seafood, even candies and cakes. These foods are prepared and either frozen or dried before being vacuum-packed. One interesting note is that astronaut meals are generally very flavorful. This is because the sense of taste and smell are somewhat impaired in a weightless environment. Hydration in space poses another challenge. An astronaut requires approximately 2 liters of water daily to maintain normal body function, especially in a dry environment like space. Hauling water from Earth to the International Space Station, ISS, would come with a hefty price tag, as high as $24 million per year. Thankfully, the ISS offers a completely enclosed space with atmospheric conditions controlled by machines. This has led scientists to devise ways to condense water vapor from the ISS air. Despite this, it only recycles about 10% of the water a person would typically use. However, a recent investment in project that filters wastewater from astronauts promises to recycle up to 90% of the station's water needs. Hygiene is a top priority on the ISS. Studies show that bacteria decay at a faster rate in weightless environments than on Earth. This increases the risk of infections and contagious diseases. All the astronauts' clothes are kept in plastic bags to be discarded after use, since washing clothes is not an option, and centrifugal washing machines are ineffective in zero gravity. Even bathroom use in space poses unique challenges. Due to the weightless environment, toilets use strong suction to pull waste into bags. These bags are then sealed and brought back to Earth. In 2000, NASA introduced the most advanced toilet ever devised for space, the Universal Waste Management System. This $23 million investment after 6 years of development is smaller and completely enclosed compared to previous ISS toilets, offering a preliminary urine treatment system before transferring it to the ISS water recycling system, a testament to our never-ending quest for innovation even in the most unconventional circumstances. In over 2 decades of operation, the International Space Station, ISS, has braved the harsh conditions of space. Yet the toll of time and these inhospitable conditions have begun to manifest, bringing uncertainty to the station's future. NASA's recent report suggests that the ISS is now experiencing air leaks, posing a danger to the astronauts on board and signaling a precarious future for this space outpost. The first signs of danger were detected as far back as September 2019, but it was only in August 2020 that the astronauts discovered a gas leak in the Zvezda module, the heart of the station. This leakage led to a sharp drop in pressure, falling from 733 mmHg to 670 mmHg in just one night. Temporary patches have been applied to the leakage areas, but the leakage rate continues to increase. Moreover, the ISS's infrastructure is also showing signs of wear and tear. The toilets, prior to the provision of the Universal Waste Management System by NASA, were in poor shape. The station's water pipe system is another area of concern for engineers. Astronauts on board tell tales of enduring a smell that is beyond unpleasant. Additionally, the ISS had to alter its orbit 3 times in 2007 to dodge asteroids, and even suffered a window breakage in 2016 due to an asteroid shard. These deteriorations have led space agencies worldwide to develop plans for the ISS's future. These plans include upgrading the station, using it as a launch pad for future exploration missions, fostering scientific research, and potentially commercializing space tourism. Yet, readiness for these initiatives varies across the globe. The United States, Russia, and other international partners have invested over $100 billion to bring the ISS into operation, which is now becoming a financial burden for NASA as it shifts its focus towards moon missions. There was a time when NASA had to rely on Russia's Federal Space Agency to send U.S. astronauts to the ISS. But with the successful launch of SpaceX's Dragon spaceship under NASA's Commercial Crew program, America now has its own spacecraft to send experts into orbit. However, the pressing concern is the availability of a new space station by the time the ISS is retired. The US and other countries have pledged to fund the ISS until at least 2024. Thank you for joining us on the journey through the cosmos on our channel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more captivating content and to support our team.